Good morning dear students, welcome back to our online class. So dear students, what we are learning? We are learning about the microorganism, what are the types of the microorganism. So classification we have learned. So dear students, just recall the classification of microorganism, that is bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi and additional microorganism you can add here viruses. Okay. So we have discussed these things. Now let's discuss the concept of whether microorganism is friend for us or foe for us. Let's begin. Here the question is arise with us, that is microorganisms play an important role in our lives and some of them are beneficial in many ways, whereas some others are harmful and causes disease. So here microorganism plays an important role in our life. So as I told, sometimes it behaves like a friend, sometimes it behaves like a foe. Okay. So when we are talking about how the microorganism behaves as a friend, so first advantage we are going to discuss here, that is in a food production. Okay. So microorganisms are used for making curd from milk, for making cheese, pickles, bread, cakes, pastries, alcohol, wines, vinegar. So these are the some examples that where we are using the microorganism for food production. Okay, let us discuss one by one these things. So usually the microorganism we used in a food production, how you can say that? So let's discuss the points. So first one is the using microorganism for food production has been done for thousands of years, that is we are preparing the cheese, yeast, beer. So here we are using the microorganism. Which type of microorganism? We are discuss later one by one. Okay. So here some key points are there. If the question were asked you for 2 marks, that write the how the microorganism used in a food production, so you have to write these 3 points. Okay. And microorganism used in a food often produce an acidic byproduct as a result of metabolism. So dear students, when we are talking about how to prepare beer, so beer is nothing but the juice of fruit itself. Okay, juice of fruits itself. So if we are keeping the juice of fruits for long time, then what happen? By using some bacteria or some microorganism, it is easy to convert into the beaker. Okay, let's discuss this thing. So microorganisms are used for the large scale production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid, whereas yeast is used for commercial production of alcohol and wine. So dear students, what happens? These are the uses of the microorganism where we are using in the production of alcohol, wine as well as the acetic acid. It is usually known as the vinegar, as well as the microorganism can inhibit growth of many spoilage organism. Okay. So it can inhibit growth of many spoilage organism. Let us discuss one by one these things. So here these are the key points, that is microorganisms are used as for preparation of milk product, for making bakery products, commercial use of microorganism, medicinal use of microorganism, used as a vaccine, for increasing the soil fertility and for cleaning up to the environment. So these are the uses of microorganism. So if the question is asked for 1 marks, what are the uses of microorganism, at least you have to choose here 2 to 3 points and then you have to write for 1 marks question, that what are the uses of microorganism. So here let's take an example how the bacteria is used to make a yogurt. Okay. So how to bacteria is used to make a yogurt. So we have taken this example. So milk is heated with a milk protein and sugar. Okay. The first step what we have to do, we have to take the milk and you have to heat with the milk protein and sugar, and what happens where the heat kills bacteria, and third, what is the third step is with us, that is we have to different bacteria added. So, different bacteria added means what are the different bacteria? If suppose you are taking the warm milk for preparing the curd, at that time what you are doing there, you are adding 2 to 3 drops of curd itself. So, it is nothing but the additional bacteria you are adding into the milk, is it? So, in similar way, while preparing the yogurt, again you have to be added here different bacteria. Different bacteria means already it is prepared. Okay. Then what happened? Bacteria ingest sugar, that is the lactose, and ferment it into lactic acid. So, what happened? What you are present the sugar into the milk, what happened, which is consisting the lactose. Okay, it is consisting the lactose. Then after the fermentation, it will going, the lactose will going to be converted into lactic acid. I have presented as a LA, once again I am writing here. So, after adding the bacteria, what happens here, the lactose, okay, which is sugars present in the milk, this containing lactose, this is containing the lactose, and after the fermentation what happens, this lactose will be going to be converted into lactic acid. It is lactic acid, and what happens, this acid makes the milk thick and sour, okay, which you can use as a yogurt or milk, curd. Okay, so this is the procedure of how the bacteria is used to make a yogurt. Okay, now the question is with us, what is the difference between the curd and yogurt? Usually students get confused, what is the difference between the yogurt and the curd. So, curd contains lactobacillus bacterium. Okay, so as I told, we are adding there additional bacteria. Okay, additional bacteria is nothing but the lactobacillus. Okay, it is nothing but the lactobacillus bacterium, that is the lactic acid. And bacteria, while yogurt contains live strains of both lactobacillus and Bullgaris bacterium. Okay, so you can also pronounce this as a Bullgaris or Bullgaris bacterium. So keep in your mind, curd is containing only the lactobacillus bacterium, whereas the yogurt contains lactobacillus and the Bullgaris bacterium, as well as the Streptococcus thermophilus. Okay, so these three bacteria is containing the yogurt. Okay, so it is the difference between the curd and the milk. And usually yogurt is in an industrial product that can be flavored, so you can add their flavors also in yogurt. While preparing the yogurt, you can add their flavors. Okay, so this is the difference. Now let's talk about the bacteria is used to make a cheese. Okay, so usually where we are using the cheese we are using with paratha, sometimes on the pizza. Okay, so this is the cheese. So usually when we are clicking the pigs, that time also we are saying as a cheese. So cheese is one of my favorite, which I used to prefer to eat. Okay, so let's see how it is made by bacteria. Okay, so let's discuss here. Milk is heated. The first concept is how you are going to prepare this cheese, that you have to heat the milk. Okay, milk is heated, then again you have to be add here additional bacteria. So bacteria is added and ingest sugar, that is the lactose, and ferment it into a lactic acid. So here the procedure is quite similar. How we are preparing the curd and yogurt, same concept we have to be apply here. So here what you have to add there, additional bacteria. Okay, so what happens, this acid splits milk into curds, and where So, in this way what happens, this acid splits milk into curd. So, after done this procedure what happens, this milk it will going to be convert into curd, okay. So, what happens, this will going to be curds as a solidify, you will get as a curd as a solidify, okay. Before the milk was in a liquid in nature, but after completing this procedure the milk it will going to be converted into semi solid form, neither a liquid neither a solid, it will going to be converted into semi solid form, okay. So, here we have some set of advantages of using microorganism for food, okay. So, why we are using the microorganism for food? So, first advantages is microorganism grow very quickly. So, what happens, the movement or the development of microorganism is very fast. So, they are preferring the microorganism for preparing the fermentation, okay. Next is easy to look after, just need food, oxygen and the right temperature, okay. It is easy to use. So, at certain temperature what happens, we can use this microorganism for the fermentation process, and as well as it can be produced whether the climate is hot or cold. So, sometimes what happen, you take a simple example, if in night you are preparing the batter of dosa and if the required temperature will not get in the dosa batter, then dosa is not going to be fermented perfectly. So, again if you are going to warm it, then you will get a perfect batter of dosa. So, what happens, it can be produced whether the climate is hot or cold. So, anywhere in the world you can use this microorganism, okay. As well as use of waste products from other industrial process. So, sometimes waste product also we can use, okay, in the industrial process. And next is the solving global hunger. So, in this way what happened, whoever they required the food, they can get a food easily. So, it also solve the global hunger, as well as consumer health benefits. So, usually people actually like to eat bakery products, but this is not good for health. But what happened, who will going to be profit here, okay, shopkeeper. So, in this way what happened, this also sometimes for all the microorganism is not good for health, especially bakery products, because it is also one of the considered as a junk food itself. So, consumer sometimes it get a health benefits or sometimes it gets a disadvantage of taking this microorganism. So, while eating such type of bakery products you have to be careful, as well as this is the cheap. Yes, usually sometimes what happen, bread or some bakery products is you will get as a cheap, okay. So, this is one of the advantages of using microorganism for food, okay. So, here one chart I have prepared how to remember this thing. So, here in the soya sauce, cheese, beer, wine, bread, okay. So, what happens, you can get this by using the microorganism. So, what are the microorganism, that is the here in the cheese you will get a lactobacillus, okay, and beer, ethanol, and the bread what you will get there, Saccharomyces, okay. So, here which bacteria you can obtain, that is the Saccharomyces, and in the soya sauce that is the Aspergillus, okay, Aspergillus. So, this is one of the chart which is helpful for remembering which type of bacteria is where we are using. So, this is one of the chart, okay. So, after completing this class I will send the PDF form of this class. So, just go through that and afterwards take down all the points, it will help you while solving the paper examination, okay. So, dear students, I hope there is no confusion, okay dear students. Let us meet in the next class with some new concept, that is medicinal uses of microorganisms. So, just go through the points, and if you are finding any difficulty to remember these things, just you can approach me once again, I can explain you. Till that time, just stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.